Oh, man, shit's crazy, right? So we had spy balloons floating across the U.S. a couple of years ago. Biden just let them fly across and hang over our military installations and take all kinds of pictures and send all kinds of data back to China. Now we have drones flying in like 6 or 7 major U.S. cities across the country. I guess they're in Colorado, they're in San Diego, they're in New York, New Jersey, and they don't know anything about it, but it's not nothing to worry about. Which, I mean, that's standard Democrat fucking answer if you ask me. I mean, like, where are these things coming from? Who is running them? And is it indeed nuclear bomb sniffing drones? Is there a fucking suitcase nuke or two here in the United States thanks to the open borders that Biden gave us? I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Remember, there's something like 4,000 of those things missing. Well, maybe not 4,000. I'll have to go double look that. I think I'm exaggerating on that. But I think there was like 400 of them or 100 of them. I remember hearing something about a bunch of old Russian suitcase nukes going missing back in the late 80s, early 90s after the, collapse of the Soviet Union. So there's rumor that they're nuclear material sniffing drones and they're flying around. Well, in this case, then the government should say, well, there are drones and we are doing something. Maybe not tell people there could be potentially a nuclear weapon in their city because it would probably create panic. But they need to come out and say, look, these are our drones, because people are starting to flip out. And my personal opinion, now here's how I feel. I think that the people who are in the Democratic Party, and many people who've supported them, many people who have given them funds, many people who've helped them get to where they were and what they're doing, I think half of the shit that they've done is most likely against the law. And I really do believe that they know that if Donald Trump takes office, that he's going to go in there like a wrecking ball and just clean the fucking house, dude. He's going to send all these people out of here, and he may it may be tough for a while, dude, but then we won't have no competition. He'll be drilling, dude. Shit'll get easy again, I'm pretty sure. And they know that, and that'll undo years of work that the Democratic Party has done to turn our country into a communist nation. So my personal opinion, my personal thoughts on the matter is those are Chinese drones. And the reason why nobody knows anything and nobody knows dick is Biden still owns the fucking DOJ and the Pentagon. I mean, we've watched the Pentagon and the DOJ not tell us that COVID came from a fucking lab until Donald Trump got fucking elected. Now they're like, oh, well, we better cover our ass because Donald Trump comes and finds out that we fucking did this and we covered it up and we lied about it to him and everybody else in the fucking world and we're the cause of this pandemic. Then we're probably going to go to fucking prison or maybe even be executed, right? So, like, all these shit's coming out now. But they have literally, I mean, they talk about Donald Trump's crimes. Well, he paid the hooker. I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to fucking do? You know what I mean? Feminist women out there, like, if I went and banged a hooker and didn't give her money, it's rape, right? Because it wasn't consensual after the money wasn't exchanged. So by him paying the hooker, he's a rapist? I'm really confused. And it's just really funny about all these crimes that Donald Trump has allegedly done because they all just got dismissed. Why? Because he committed no fucking crimes. This was all political prosecution. It was the same shit that they did to Adolf Hitler. Not supporting the guy, okay? I'm just going to put that out there. I'm not supporting Adolf Hitler, all right? But they did the same shit to him. Like, they made him into the worst motherfucker in the world, and he was Times Man of the Year in 1937. And a lot of propaganda, if you actually go back and you research a lot of this shit, dude, a lot of that doesn't add up. Remember, the victors are the ones that tell the story. And I'm not saying there wasn't people massacred, because there were. But there wasn't 4 fucking million Jews massacred, because there wasn't even that many Jews on the planet at the time. Definitely not in Europe. You know what I mean? So those numbers are all fudged. And a lot of people were put to fucking death. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a economic genius. He was like, you got retarded kids? I'm sorry. They're drain on the system. You got criminals? They're drain on the system. You got pederasts? They fuck our children, fuck their heads up. They become criminals or pederasts, drain on the system. Jews weren't the only ones killed. Like, he really fucking went through. And if you saw, it's the second largest economic boom in the history of mankind after World War I. When Hitler took over, holy shit. Not saying, again, not supporting what he did to people because, he did go crazy. But it's just funny that people compared Donald Trump to Hitler when Hitler was like one of the most successful businessmen and one of the most successful leaders of any country in the history of mankind. Not because of what he did. People seem to, they just focus on all the shit that he did. Creating the Third Reich and the 1,000-Year Reich and all that shit. And that's all, whatever. You know, I don't agree with any of that shit. But what I do look at is how he took a country that was borderline third world at the time. Right after World War II, man, the Boches had it bad. Germany was down. Money, trade, you know, they just came out of a huge conflict and got their asses handed to them. Within 7 years, Hitler stepped into Germany and took it from down here to one of the most powerful countries in the world. I mean, you gotta give it to the man. He knew what he was doing as a businessman. And but I digress. I want to go back to what I was saying. I think that the Democrats have all made a deal with China. Pelosi, even though she's fucking busted up in the hospital. I mean, I don't wish pain upon people, but that evil witch, dude, if anybody deserves to fall down, break their hip, and get an infection and die of nasty death, it's that fucking woman, man. She's just the epitome of fucking evil. Anyway, I think they made a deal with the Chinese. I think they're like, dude, check it out. If Donald Trump gets president, we're all fucked. We're all going to get put in jail. And I think that, you know, obvious treasonous acts and acts that have put American lives in danger and ended American lives should be treated as such. You allowed 15 million people to just walk into our fucking country. We don't know who the fuck they were. And then you played the child game. Now we got 400,000+ kids missing. And you guys are worried about Trump? Fuck. You know, it's just... how they got into these fucking people's heads, dude, is just beyond me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad I wasn't one of them. And you listen to them, and they literally think that they're normal. They literally think that all the shit they're talking about is normal. But they ignore all the horrible shit. All they focus on is Trump, Trump, Trump. And now they're just like, oh, well, Trump can't do this, ha, ha, ha. Trump can't do that, ha, ha, ha. They seem to forget that this administration, like, killed our fucking country. Like, they brought us into fucking multiple conflicts that you can't just walk away from a conflict like he did in Afghanistan because people die. And Afghanistan wasn't bringing us no money anymore. You know, so Halliburton and all those people that support the Biden administration that fucking vouch for endorsing Harris, they're all like, we got to get out of there. It's wasting money. So they made the decision for him. You think Biden really fucking made that decision? Do you think that the guy that's like the thing, you know, the thing, you know, oh, my Corvette once fucking flew into outer space and came back. Do you really think that fucking guy made a conscious decision about finances and human life and military expenditure equipment? Absolutely not. He just signed a fucking paper. Do you know all that military equipment that was left behind? All those contracting companies, they all get paid insurance for all that shit. All those companies that brought that shit there, that were paid to bring it there and paid to bring it back, still got paid to bring it back even though they never brought it back. It was a huge scam. And in the process, 13 Marines got killed. And thousands of Afghani civilians got killed. And now the Taliban, after fighting against them for 20 fucking years, is in control of Afghanistan again. You call that a fucking success? You really do? You call that a success? Oh, but Trump, Trump, Trump. No, fuck Trump. You call that a fucking success? Really? And then you open the borders up. Let 15 million people. That's not a couple thousand. It's not the ongoing border problem we've had since the country fucking started, you fucking retards. That's 15 million motherfuckers that walked into our country, and we know nothing about 90% of them. They walked in and disappeared. There's known Al-Qaeda operatives, Taliban, within the United States now. Did you know that? And you guys are worried about Trump? When these motherfuckers start strapping on suicide fucking vests and blowing themselves up at the New York Stock Exchange and at Times Square on New Year's Eve, which I'm getting to, by the way, I think that there's a Christmas/New Year's Eve fucking surprise in store for us, in store for the country. You will won't. Are you going to blame Trump for that? Oh, you probably will. Trump did this because in 2017 he passed a law that did this, and this law passed another law that did that. So that guy came over when that law was passed, because the other law was passed and allowed him to come over. It's not the Biden. I mean, I've heard the most stupid shit coming out of the people's mouths that support this administration. The woman blew through fucking $2 billion. Okay, 1.6, $2 fucking billion in 120 days to end up 20 million in debt. A whole bunch of low-level staffers, like all those motherfuckers emptying the garbage cans, the caterers, all the people who fucking swept up after those dirty motherfuckers' parties and conventions. They never got paid. Are you aware of that? Oh, but Donald Trump's a danger to our democracy. The rich people need to pay their share, but we're not going to pay our caterers, and we're not going to pay our low-level employees. Those motherfuckers, they should be happy that they cleaned up after our asses, because we're the DNC, right? I mean, like, you people are fucking daft. Like, I mean, I just don't get it. I don't understand how people can't look at what's going on right in front of them. Just as easy as I'm holding up this pack of cigarettes in front of you. You see it? You see it? You know? That's what it is. It's hitting you in the fucking, you know, and you like, oh, Trump. Oh my God, Trump. Oh, he hurt my feelings. Oh, Trump. We have unidentified drones flying over our country, and we have zero fucking information from this administration. The Pentagon, the Department of Defense, the FBI, which are all bought and sold by the Biden administration, as we saw in the last 4 years. The FBI set up January 6th. Like, we know this now. There was 26 operatives in that crowd. And all of a sudden, this video footage, wow, of police opening doors, Capitol Police, opening doors and beckoning people in. Like, all of a sudden, this video surfaces, and you guys still swallow the J6 fucking narrative. Yay! January 6th was an insurrection. Donald Trump tried to not do a peaceful transfer of power. Oh, but authorizing U.S. fucking missiles to strike deep into Russia when fucking Vladimir Putin said, hey, that's a fucking act of war. And it is. That's like if I hired somebody to come kick your ass with my sticks or my gun. I gave them my gun and said, look, go kill that guy. Here's some money. I can't kill him, but you can. That's the same shit. That's literally the same fucking shit. And you're worried about Trump. Balloons, drones, missiles, warships, you know, and we are so fixated on fucking taking care of backing up Israel that we just helped overthrow another fucking government. I'm not backing up Assad. Assad was a fucking piece of garbage. But now Syria is in the hands of rebels who are part of Hamas. Russians just fucking left. They just backed the fuck out. Which brings me to the next step. This war against Russia with Ukraine has nothing to do with us. It's NATO. NATO has been doing this shit since the fucking Soviet Union collapsed. Okay? And the reason why Putin went into Russia, I don't give a fuck what your damn CNN or Biden tells you. Here's why he went in. Is because it was stated a long time ago that Ukraine would always be part of the Russian Federation. And NATO said, yes, we will shake your hand. Yes, we will do this. Okay. You know, it was called perestroika. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. It was all about peace so we didn't blow ourselves up. And when the Soviet Union dissolved, the leaders of the Russian Federation, which was multiple leaders because all those countries within the Russian Federation got their own presidents, which is how Zelensky became president of Ukraine. Okay? Like, it's... Remember, Russia's Russia. Ukraine is its own country, part of the Russian Federation. Okay? It's a federation of countries. It's like NATO. It's like the U.S. and our allies. You know, we have our own president, but we're involved with them at a point of where our president is involving themselves. It's the same shit. And when they've surrounded Russia with U.S. and NATO weapon systems and have been doing it since 1990. And eventually, when you get to the point where someone lies to you enough, I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to still believe them? Well, yeah, you Democrats did, because believe Biden and fucking Harris the whole fucking last 4 years. So yeah, people are stupid enough to believe that shit because obviously we saw there are stupid enough people in our country that would believe these non-stop, non-sequential lies. And then here's the most retarded fact about it. I'll get back to the Russian thing in a second. I just have to really point this out. The most retarded fact about it is they denied and subverted. And then when the truth came out that you can't argue with, it's on video, it's documented, they're saying it on a camera or on a fucking tweet or on a statement. And then when brought forth with that evidence, you double down and say that that's not true. That never happened. Kind of like the border czar thing. Oh, that never happened. You know how many times I fucking heard people on the news and high ups say, oh, well, she was never the border czar. But yet, a year and a half before that, that's all I heard on the news is how she was the border czar. And when these same anchors, news anchors, were brought forth with the videos of them calling her the border czar a year and a half ago, to now, they say, they instead of just being like, oh, well, yeah, I said that. They do everything. Trump, the GOP, the Republicans, that's all it fucking is. And then I had somebody on Quora, which is just like, I don't even know why I waste time on that fucking leftist fucking thing. It's just literally a stewing pot for people to fucking go in there and to do mental gymnastics to somehow think that there's more than 28% of the fucking idiots on this fucking country that voted for Harris. Yeah, that's all it is. But he was like, oh, well, this is what the Nazis do. It's what the Republicans do. They deny that they're doing it, and then they do what they say they're not doing. And I'm like, no, that's been a Democratic tactic for, since 2016 or so. You'll blame the fucking Republicans for doing what you're doing, and I'm listening to these people, and they're starting to use the same shit that we have been using against them. They're starting to flip it around back to the GOP and the Republicans and Trump, while still Trump. These motherfuckers talk about him more than we talk about him. This is actually the most I've talked about Trump in the past month. Well, maybe no, yeah, a month is on this video because I don't need to talk about him because he's already president, and I already know he won, and I already know what he's gonna do. But these people, they're still Trump. I mean, come on. Harris, Oh, God. Anyways, back to the Russian thing. That's going to heat up to the point where we are going to have a global conflict with Russia and China. I mean, really, in their best interests, if they defeat the United States or at least neutralize the United States, which would not be hard to do, then there's no way that NATO could take on both Russia and China. And if they neutralize us, they don't have to bomb us, people. They don't have to drop nuclear weapons on us. All they have to do is shut our power and water off in a large percentage of this country, and chaos will ensue. That's all they have to do. Think about it. How many of y'all live in a big city? I live in St. Augustine. It's big enough. If St. Augustine's water got shut off and the power got shut off, I'm just hypothetically saying right here, north of us, Jacksonville, let's just say Florida, okay, because I'm here right now, so I can, relate to this reality. If Florida suddenly had all of its water and power shut off, it would become hell on earth. Just like any other city in the world, if their water and power get shut off, it becomes hell on earth. Simply because you need water, you need food. If there's no pumping stations, lift stations, there's no tap water. What, are you going to go drink out of puddles? Yeah, people will. They're going to get sick. People are going to go drink out of the swamp. They're going to get sick. People are going to fucking kill for bottled water. People are going to kill for water filters. Then people are going to start moving towards the springs, towards rivers where there is possible drinking water. Not so much the rivers because of the black water. You could drink it, but it'll if you want to clean yourself out, go drink a cup of the fucking Swanee River, or go drink a cup of the fucking Peace River, and it won't clean you out because of bugs, well, bacteria and bugs too maybe, but that tannic acid from all the oaks will just, your butthole will open up, your intestines will open up, your colon will open up, and it'll be like this direct shot of liquid dookie coming from your deep insides. I know this because I actually gulped a mouthful once, and I don't get sick very much, and I got a gut of steel. But I still fucking shat crazy. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. If Florida suddenly lost its power and its water, the only way I would be able to describe it would be hell on earth. People would be, after 3 days, that would be the number one quest of everybody, was to get a drink of water. Or to take the water that somebody else has. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't have to fucking bomb us. They shut down our infrastructure, and it's so easy to do. So easy to do. Build back better. You know that most of our water pumping stations, all the software is from the 70s and shit. They still build back better. Oh, yeah, we sure built back our country better, didn't we? Oh, my fucking God, people are fucking retarded. Oh, man. So now we got these drones. We got Russia and China teaming up. Like, so here's the Christmas/New Year's surprise. Is they're going to shut us off. Russia and or China, they're going to, those drones, think about it. There's thousands of them. Thousands of them. If each one of those picked a large transfer station, not a substation, because substations are just substations, but a transfer station, which is where the power goes in and gets transferred to different points. If they hit a transfer station with one of those drones, boom. Now imagine if they took, there's thousands of these things. So imagine if they took 1,000 drones and from New York down to New Jersey, down into parts of Washington, D.C., they took these 1,000 drones and they attacked power stations, transfer stations, water transfer stations, and lift stations. What do you think would happen? That area would become inhabitable. For how long? And if they kept doing the attacks, going down the eastern seaboard and working westward, meanwhile doing the same thing on the west coast, because they're on the west coast too, folks. Don't think there are thousands of these things. Yet our government has zero fucking clue what they are. The FBI doesn't know. This the DOD doesn't know. Congress doesn't know, because Pentagon won't tell us anything, but the Pentagon claims to not know. Yet they're not dangerous. Sounds like your standard fucking Democrat deflection to me. Karine Jean-Pierre would be great at telling us about these drones. Oh, well, we know these drones exist. Yeah. Well, the president does say that there's nothing to worry about. Yeah. Oh, no. We know that these things crashed, and but we still don't have any information as yet to what they are, because we do have people that have been around the crashes, yet we don't know shit. So we're not going to tell you shit. It's just right out of the playbook of the fucking Democrats. Like, you guys, they're going to shut us down. They're going to fucking shut us down. There's no way. Think about it, people. There's no way that the group of criminals that just got done running probably one of the biggest fucking criminal enterprises in the history of mankind for the last 4 years. Look at all that money. That's a lot of money gone. A lot. Trillions. Hundreds of trillions of dollars have been just sent out. And we don't know where half of it went. Sir, we know that there was some shit. We know that they spent money sending cash aid, and some Democrats are like, oh, well, they didn't fucking send them cash. Yeah, they did. They sent Zelensky cash aid, as well as military equipment. What, do you think he just got military equipment without any way to pay his soldiers and pay the mechanics and pay all the fucking people that need to be able to keep those things running and going? Come on. Fucking people are fucking dumb, dude. We even said it's a cash fucking assistance package, dude. 600, 400, this many billion, 60 billion, 100 billion, this billion, that billion. And so far, it's over 400 billion we've just sent to fucking Ukraine. And for what purpose? To keep Russia fucking killing Ukrainians? You know what I mean? Like, well, what is the overall goal? Like, is it to weaken Russia? You know what I'm saying? Because all it's doing is weakening us. We're just spending our money, and now we're, in the hole. And we're trillions in the hole. We owe China a lot of fucking money. You know what? And if any of you motherfuckers owed me 25 grand and it had been fucking 50 years, I'm coming for my 25 grand. You owe me 25 grand for a month and you give me some excuse about why you're not paying it. I'm just going to fucking beat the shit out of you and take it, dude. And what do you think China's going to do for 330 trillion US dollars in debt to their fucking nasty fucking communist asses? What do you think they're going to do? You think they're just going to keep buying US stocks and bonds and pennies on the dollar, which is how we've managed to not shut our government down, as they keep telling us and putting the fear into us. They just buy the government shutdown, extending the deadline. All that is allowing China to buy more US bonds at fucking pennies on the dollar. And then one day they're going to fucking take those bonds and go, you want our money? We don't have your money. Oh, you don't. So what happens when you borrow money from somebody or an entity or a company or a corporation and you don't got the money? They fucking come and take it. Not like I would. I just come and take it. One way or the other, I'll take it. But these people, they have some laws. They can't just come in and take everything in your house that's worth money. Taking the booty, taking the fucking stereos, the PlayStations, the car, the deed to your house. You're signing all that shit over to me if you owe me fucking money. Straight up. And if you don't, well, there's ways to make sure that, that shit goes to me anyway. So let's just leave it at that. And I'm not that devious, but you owe me money, I'm beating your ass at least, dude. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get chin checked. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just a fact. And we owe China $300-something trillion. What the fuck do you think they're going to do? Fucking people are dumb. All right, I'm going to get ready to end this. But my last thing is you really think that the people that have been in charge running their schemes for the past 4 years, you think there's a remote chance that they're going to let a guy like Donald Trump take presidency so he can come back around and prosecute them? You don't think that he's not going to prosecute them? He's gonna. So that's why they're doing this. That's why. They ain't going to let him take presidency. I've been saying it. All my videos, go back, look at a lot of my videos. They're going to start some conflict. I figured they were going to do it before the elections. But here's the thing. I think that in all reality, if they had done it before the elections, then there would have been too much time for shit to get fixed, if that makes any sense. And people were expecting it. So I don't think that they did it then because of those reasons. Christmas time. Everybody's going to be home on Christmas Eve. It'd be a great time to go out and fucking plant some shit, don't you think? Most everybody is going to be home on Christmas Eve. So, I mean, that's a great time to go out and start fucking doing some devious shit, planting some explosives, doing this, doing that, breaking this, an all-out attack. New Year's Eve is even better. Now you got most of the country gathered in huge public forums. Allahu Akbar, motherfucker. Boom! You don't think that's going to happen on New Year's Eve in New York and places? Yeah, it's gonna. It's gonna. Stay home New Year's. Don't fucking go out. Between Christmas and New Year's, it's going to happen because they cannot let the possibility of stabilization happen before Donald Trump takes office. So if they do it days before he's supposed to take office, because technically Joe Biden's still the president, so if they get rid of him, put Kamala Harris in, they can literally use the NADAA, thanks George Bush, and say the country's fucking been attacked. We can't fucking transfer power now. We're authorizing the NADAA to hold power because we don't know if Donald Trump is a danger to our democracy. Think about it, people. You really think? Man, think about it. If we rob some banks together, okay? And we rob some banks together, all right? And out of 5 banks, let's say we rob 5 banks, and all 5 banks, those CEOs, all 5 of those motherfuckers knew who we were because they were in on it. They told us when the best time to come, when the money was in transit or when it was outside the safe, when there was the least amount of customers, maybe when the security guard took a dump, because most people are regular, that kind of stuff. That's stuff that I've always paid attention to since I was in the court. Don't you think that, the fact that those 5 motherfuckers knew that we were robbing their bank, they were getting insurance payments back, we were getting cash back, there was a giant scheme in front of it, okay? One day, those 5 people, one of them decides that he's going to hire a new CEO for one bank. That new CEO comes in and goes, I know what you've been doing. I know what you and those 5 execs have been doing. And it's fucking illegal. And it's fucking immoral. And it's fucking wrong. And if I get into the position of running this bank, I'm going to expose all of you guys. I'm going to have all of you arrested because of what you just did. What would you and I do? What would the standard issue criminal in that fucking enterprise do? We've already seen it. They would have somebody assassinated, crash a plane with 200 other motherfuckers on it just to get one guy. They've already done it. We know this. We know this. So you and I aren't going to let that one motherfucker turn us in. And we're not going to let the group of his people that were once our people, now they're his people, be able to fucking prosecute us, right? No. So we're going to take him out, and we're going to take the rest of them out. Or we turn to the other group of motherfuckers that are just as powerful, just as strong, have just as much money, and say, this is happening. We're scared. We're going to go to prison. We'll give you all this information. We will go crash the system, and we will fuck shit up. But you have to protect us. You have to take us in. You have to watch our back. And that larger group, banks, people, say, sure. So they have those people taken out, those people arrested, those people killed. Make sense now? That's exactly what's happening within our U.S. government. Is there's a group of people that want to prosecute another group of people. Within that small group of people, there's a whole bunch of people that know everything that all those people have done. Some of those people are going to talk. A lot of those people are going to talk. And if one of those people talks, it'll lead to another person. And if that person talks, it'll lead to another person. And then it just gets branched out, and then pretty soon it's all right there for you to see, right? Would you take that chance? Fuck no, I ain't taking that chance. They're all dead. They're all dead. Even if I have to go beg this other group of people for help to watch my ass and cover me from their affiliates, they're all dead, because I'm not going to fucking prison, and you're not going to prison. We just embezzled billions of dollars. That's exactly what's happening within our U.S. government right now. We have a group of people that have embezzled our fucking nation for billions and billions and billions of dollars, while lying to the American people, putting the American people at risk of foreign entity, foreign attacks, foreign operatives, foreign agents, and fucking terrorists, while lying on the media to the people that none of this is happening. It's all in your imagination. And now look where we're at. The people were smart enough, majority of the people were smart enough to go, no, that's no. I don't know what rock you're living under, man, but my milk costs me $5 a gallon now, and it used to be fucking $2.50. So no, I don't know where you fucking get your groceries. You better show me though. But if if you don't see the inflation, then obviously you must have a lot of money, or you're completely ignoring the reality and obvious, which is mostly the case. Most of those Democrats, they know that everything costs more. They see the fucking horrible mistakes that fucking their people they support have made. But like most human beings, they don't want to look bad or feel bad, so they've doubled down, and they're riding it out. It's just like a craps game, Let it ride. That's what they're doing. They're just letting it ride because, they can't. I think it's too far past the point for people to come forth and say, oh, hey, I was tricked, I was stupid, Tulsi Gabbard, and the whole long list of other people that have fled the Democratic Party and become Republicans, including myself. It's too late to do that anymore, I think. I think right now, if you try to come out and say, hey, I was duped, they're going to be like, how were you duped? You've had fucking plenty of time to see what's going on, dude. No. You're just sucking, like the Morning Joe people. You're just cradling the sack, giving some stroking so you could, hopefully not have your whole entire reality fucking busted to shit when Trump takes power, January 6th or 5th. But there is going to be no inauguration. There's going to be no peaceful transfer of power. Joe Biden already told you he wasn't going to allow a peaceful transfer of power. You've already heard all these Democratic governors say they're not going to recognize him as president. So two things are going to happen. We're either going to have a fucking legit civil war, or there ain't going to be no elections, because these people ain't going to take no chances of prosecution and going to prison for life. None. They're not going to. I wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. So they're not going to do it. And they have the money and the power and the backing to be able to make it happen. Whereas you and I, we don't. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think half of these fucking celebrities, like Ellen DeGeneres and shit like that, why do you think they fled the fucking country? Because of the Diddy shit. Diddy, Epstein Island, it's all connected. It's all connected. I'm not just saying that just Democrats were going to Diddy Island or Epstein Island or are on the Diddy files, but rhinos too, and there's a handful of other of Republicans, I'm sure, that are involved in it as well. But here's the thing is, we saw the effects of the Diddy files and Hollywood in Kamala Harris's campaign by bringing out all these twerking fucking stars who all were associated with Diddy. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, dude. Megan Thee Stallion, she knows Diddy. They hang out. They're both fucking Hollywood performer entertainers. When don't they hang out? And now we're seeing a lot of shit come out about this Diddy stuff, dude. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, it's so obviously in your face that there's no way that you could deny it, but they do. But it's not denying it now. Now they're just subverting and attacking. You know, it's like that Cartman episode, remember? Subvert, attack, redirect. Now that's what these people are doing. They're subverting, reattacking, and redirecting what's going on. So instead of talking about the failures of their administration, which they never really did in the first place, before Trump was elected, all they talked about was what a danger he was, and he was Nazi Germany incarnate, and Hitler and Mussolini and yada yada and all that other shit. Now that he's been elected president, they had to switch their tactics up. So now they're just picking fun at some of the stuff that, obviously is going to take some time. You know what I mean? They've reduced themselves down to like the 12th grade level to like, my daddy has a better job than your daddy does. Oh yeah? Well, my daddy can beat up your daddy. That kind of shit. That's what they're doing now. And it's funny, it's like they're laughing at the only motherfucker who's really told them the truth in the past fucking God knows how many years. It blows my mind. And you know what? To be honest with you, dude, I'm over it. I really am. I'm over it. I'm over it all, to be honest with you. I'm over the whole Trump thing. I'm over I'm to that point now where I kind of just want it to happen. Like, go ahead, fucking bomb our country. Go ahead, fucking crash drones. Fucking turn our power off. What the fuck ever. Nuclear war. Let's just fucking get it over with. Because I'm tired of fucking being on edge about it. I'm tired of, I'm tired of people that have zero idea that that's how close we are to that sit there and Trump. I'm really fucking tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about it all. I mean, yeah, I still support Trump. I'm still gonna vote for him again. Well, not again, because we can't. Oh, he's a dictator. Oh, you know what, dude? Just to piss off fucking motherfuckers. No, I couldn't do that because I believe in my country. I believe in the rules of law. So if Trump tried to run for another term after this one, dude, I would personally go, no, you can't. That's against the law of the Constitution. And no, we don't need to be rewriting laws, because if we write them now, they could come back. Sure, you may do a great job in for 4 or 8 more years, okay? But you've rewritten the law and now you've taken it. No, I don't agree with that. But I don't think that's going to happen. I highly doubt that's going to happen. Trump is not going to come in. He's too fucking old. He ain't going to try to come in and be some dictator. The people you got to worry about being dictators are the same motherfuckers that have been in charge for the past 4 years, that have been telling you that the border's secure, that the inflation is due to fucking rich people and not the wanton, crazy printing of money and sending money to overseas fucking proxies wars. That's all basic fucking 6th grade, 4th grade fucking social studies and math, guys. That's basic shit. You know what I'm saying? Basic. But they don't believe all that. They believe, it's the rich people. It's the rich people. And it's just really funny is, you're sitting there, talking about rich people. Harris is telling you that the rich need to pay their dues. Like, while wearing like $28K in fucking Tiffany jewelry. Those outfits she wears cost thousands of dollars a piece. She fucking grew up in Marin. You really... That woman has more money than you'll ever fucking have. She's rich. She is rich. And she's connected. She had the ability to spend $2 billion. Do you not see the ironic connections in how dumb you are by listening to her sit there and say rich people are the problem? We got to make them pay their dues. Yet here you are listening to a rich person telling you that rich people are the problems. Cold fucking star. Cold star. For all of you. You get a gold star right there. Anyways, I got to shut down because I think the rain has calmed down for the day. I don't think it's going to rain anymore. It doesn't look like it. The clouds are kind of high. And I need to go make some money because I have been fucking struggling the past 4 years because of these same dumb motherfuckers. Now that Trump has been reelected, people are actually spending more money. It's been great. The past couple weekends have been actually pretty decent. I'm watching the cars start to fill up in the parking lot and all that shit. Dude, St. Augustine is booming with tourism. Last year, wasn't shit for tourists here because everybody was scared. They were like, oh my God, with these fucking idiots in fucking office, dude. Fucking my eggs are fucking this, gas is that, da da da. Where everything's more expensive, I can't afford to go on vacation. Now that Trump's back, they're like, dude, I have faith that Trump's gonna fix our shit. So they're out here. They're all out here spending money on vacation, you know, and it's just funny, you know. It's like I've done almost better in the past fucking 2 weeks than I have in the past 4 fucking years. So let that fucking sink in. Anyway, rant over, done. Just fucking be ready for this shit. Just be ready for it, man. Happy New Year, happy Christmas. Be safe, people, please.